Seeking to scale your business to new heights? Then you are at the right place. Malay Damnia, business transformation coach, is here to share valuable advice, tips and teachings on effective business management. Learn from the best to run a thriving business in these volatile environments. And for more interactive learning from Malay, sign up for his free webinars happening every Sunday at 11 a.m. IST, where you can dive deeper into business transformation strategies. Registration link given in show notes. And now buckle up for some quick and actionable insights that will revolutionize your approach to business on Business Veda podcast from your host Malay Damnia.
Hi, hello, namaste, good morning. Welcome to the Business Veda podcast. I am your host Malay Damnia. Friends, today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Manish Gandhi. Manish Bhai, welcome to Business Veda podcast. Let me introduce Manish Bhai. Is a cost accountant and entrepreneur and business owner of Arihant AirCon. Arihant AirCon deals in all types of air conditioners. He provides cooling solutions. His dream is to make Arihant AirCon autopilot run organization and auto repeat sales organization, where the sales get repeated automatically. Arihant AirCon has reached a stage whereby they are the first to go digital transformation of all the operations in their company. That is paperless company. I mean, that's a great achievement, especially for a SME segment company. Welcome Manish Bhai to this Business Veda podcast.
Yes, thank you Malay Bhai.
We have this Business Veda podcast whereby we invite special guests like you who share knowledge and insights which are useful for other entrepreneurs. They can use this knowledge and insight of yours to, grow and apply in their own company. So that's the purpose of starting this Business Veda podcast. So let's get started with our conversation. And before we get started, I would just like to tickle your mind. It's kind of a rapid fire round that you just say some word or something, whatever comes to your mind when you listen to these words. Ready?
Ready.
What comes to your mind when you listen to the word dream?
Dream, when it comes in my mind, goal, target, achievement, something new I want to do.
Great. What about food?
Food, anything like wheat, regular, and like pav bhaji or pizza or pasta, that comes in my mind when it's the food.
Pav bhaji is a typical Mumbai food.
Typical Mumbai food, correct.
What comes to your mind when you hear the word networking?
Networking is growth, marketing, today's need and development in 100%. If no networking, no business. Business.
Wow, fantastic. And friends, we are going to talk a lot about networking with Manish Bhai today. What comes to your mind when you hear the word money?
Money is very important aspect, but ultimately money means again business, business means against networking. So everything means whatever we do today is just because of networking. So money comes after networking.
So Manish Bhai, let's come to the main topic of networking, in-person networking. And before we get to there, let the audience know more about you. You are a first-hand entrepreneur. You started Arihant AirCon, I guess about
25 years.
25 years back. So how did you start? What was your initial part of the journey, and what are the challenges, etc. you faced?
See, when I started Arihant AirCon, the most important, most crucial challenge was we were no clients. We did not have any clients. And we just have a thought that we want to start this, but without any client base. So first important is no client, and still we wanted to start company. So I used to run on a two-wheeler in industrial estate from one company to another to another, and find out whether we can get prospective client or not. So I have experienced that out of 10 companies, I start in the morning at 10:30. Up to 4 o'clock, everybody said no. And then 4:30, I just thought that abhi 10th mein jana hai, 10th mein jana hai. But then I thought that let's keep going. At the most, he will say no. He will not kill us. So that's how I went to 10th client and 10th client said yes. So it was again motivation for me. So next day again 10-20 client. Again, I keep repeating those 10-20 client because I did not have any client base that time. Then the things moved ahead and then we got a lot of client by doing this. But the original is original, like the way it was, because I believe that if you don't meet in person, you cannot do business in person.
So I think what you said is very important. You know, when you hear no from clients or the prospects, it's very likely you will get disheartened or disappointed, and probably you will think of giving it up, everything. But you kept pursuing.
Yeah, I kept pursuing.
You kept being there in the action. You kept meeting people, and somewhere down the line, you started getting yes. Maybe 1 out of 10, but you started getting some yes, and that's where it kept you going further and further. So that was the initial challenge. So you used to travel in two-wheelers, right?
I used to travel in two-wheelers from anywhere. Per day, I was used to travel more than 120-130 kilometers to find out right client.
That's great. And how do you used to select where you want to go? You know, today I got up in the morning. Where should I go?
No, I have decided that business is there in the sector, industrial sector. So in industry, AC, air conditioner is almost necessity. So at least somebody may have a problem, somebody may not have a AC. So I may get more profit here other than roaming in city. So I used to travel in Rabal area, I used to travel in New Bombay area, industrial estate area, Thane MIDC area. So that was my core, that let me go wherever there are no other persons are not doing it. Let me do it what others are not doing. So that was my initial thought.
Wow. So friends, these are the entrepreneurs 25 years back. You know, we teach in management lessons today that first you find out who are your clients. Then you find out where are they and you show up there. Now these are, Manish Bhai being an entrepreneur for 25 years, at those time, you know, there were no management lessons, but he on his own figured out that his clients, who were the clients? They were all in the industrial estate, running factories and manufacturing activities, and that's where he showed up. And in spite of hearing no, he kept pursuing and got on with his journey. That's very inspiring and great knowledge for all our listeners and audience. So we talk about networking and in person. Today is an era of digital marketing where everybody are talking about going digital, online. You go for search engine optimizations, you go for social media, LinkedIn, Instagram and all of that. In all these talks, what do you think is the role of in-person networking, in-person meeting people and doing your marketing activity for your business?
So Malay, according to me, in-person marketing is really very important. If you talk about digital media, it is very good to spread the knowledge about your company, your product, your services. It is very good to become a showcase for a larger number of people. But when it comes to do business, no, it can create business for some industry, but not for all industry. In major industries, you have to do networking. That's why people are going abroad for client. People are going in other country, other cities for client. Why? Because of the personal touch. Because without personal touch, you cannot create bonding. You cannot create confidence in the opposite person. So I don't think that business is more possible in digital market for all industry. So I believe in network marketing very strongly, because when I meet person, in 3 meetings I come to know that whether that person will become my prospect or not, my client or not. If he is right buyer, I have to choose right buyer amongst. If I am doing 10 calls every day, I have to choose right person.
Right.
And who is right for me, where I can do more follow up and get that client in my database, in my portfolio. So in-person marketing, without in-person marketing, this is not possible.
So digital marketing, you can reach out to more people.
You can reach out to more people. That people are aware that you are there in market.
Yes. You can create your awareness about your business, your brand awareness, etc. But you are saying when it comes to closing the deal, when it comes to sales, obviously when you meet person, there is a good rapport and relationship you can establish, and the possibilities of closure is more.
Correct.
Yes, and even I think the statistics also say that, when you meet personally, the rate conversion is likely to be more. When you have,
it's like LinkedIn. I'm keeping posting on LinkedIn. And when I meet some new person, new prospect, he says, I have seen your posting LinkedIn.
Yes.
So that's how it helps us.
Yes.
But it helps us. It is not the only source to create business.
Right. So I have seen that, in-person networking, let's say you meet people in some networking organization or some event or some conference, you meet a lot of people, you exchange pleasantries and you exchange visiting cards. And then finally, probably you will come back to your office and send an email of your profile or something. But then finally that relationship fizzles out.
Because you don't keep in touch with them, actually. We take card because in earlier days, people used to collect the card and deposit it with the boss that yes, I have met so many people today. But that doesn't make sense if you don't meet that people again and again. So what I'm doing is I'm doing networking. I'm saving their number in my mobile. After saving them, I categorize them. Whether this person is a prospect for me or not. So I make it like premium numbers. I make it real estate number or whatever. I keep category. And I keep posting some or the other achievement of mine 3 or 4 months, once in 3 or 4 months. Because I don't want to harass them. I want to make them aware that yes, I am there in market. I am doing this thing. I have achieved this thing. So because of my achievement, they will remember me. And in next 3 to 4 years, whenever they think of buying air conditioners, they will first think of me. Because I am in their touch without any reason. And that makes a lot of difference. So what I have done is I have made a database of 1,000 people. These 1,000 people I want to touch every 3 or 4 months. And these 1,000 people are the people who will give me at least 2 jobs in next 10 years. So if you calculate 1,000 people, 1,000 clients, 2 jobs, 2,000 my sites, 2,000 if you divide by 12, 200 sites in a year. That's what I'm getting business. And I'm not working for today. I'm a leading in future. I want to lead in future. I'm working for tomorrow. So I'm making a database for tomorrow where I may get work after 3 years. After keeping relation with the client for 3 years, after 3 years, they will start giving me business. And I'm not asking for business, you give me 2 sites every month. I'm just calculating 2 sites in a year, in 10 years. Sorry, not in a year, 10 years.
Yeah.
That gives me good business. So ultimately, keeping in touch with 1,000 people is networking.
Have you got your copy of Business Champ yet? If not, go ahead and grab this Amazon bestseller by Malay Damnia. It is a complete roadmap to transform your business. Thousands of business owners have already benefited from the book. Get your copy now from the link in show notes.
This is immensely useful. So what you are saying is, yes, we are meeting people, but the key is to keep in touch with them.
Keep in touch with them
on a long-term basis, in a way that you don't send out too many messages also, and you don't send out too many emails or don't harass them with don't overload them with your messages. But at the same time, you keep in touch with them.
Yeah, I keep in touch with them with something good I am doing in my company or something new I am doing in my company. So I am keeping them aware of my growth. And everybody wants to work with a growing dealer, not just a simple dealer.
Yes. Yes.
That makes a difference.
Okay. So that also gives me confidence that Arihant is doing this, Arihant is doing that side, and they are growing, so they will be able to handle and manage my work also properly. That's fantastic. So keeping in touch with these prospects is very important, I think. And what you are also saying is very important because many times we are in too much of hurry to get the clients, but you are setting your goals and vision for next 10 years. So you said that I'm not working for today, I'm working for, probably somebody will give me work after 3 years, and you are absolutely okay with that.
Yes.
You are not, that shows
I'm
you
not in hurry, because if I'm in hurry, he will do one job with me and he will forget me, or I may forget him. But if I'm keeping touch with him for 3 years, I will never forget him, I will never allow him to forget me.
That's a great kind of mindset I think a lot of SME entrepreneurs must cultivate. That yes, you do follow, but don't show your desperation, because in many time in hurriness you show desperation, and that's where
one thing is sure, they will buy when they need it. They will not buy when you want to sell it. So you have to just understand that thing, that you are going there to sell, but they will buy only if they need it that time.
And you will be available at whatever time they need to, but you be available at that time.
Yes.
So let them. So we say that, it's always, you don't sell, let them buy.
Let them buy. Correct.
Let them buy. Let them take the decision of
Yes.
buying. But be available.
I have a meeting in my company. I always have one question to my people: why people buy from us? It's not why to sell. It's the topic is why people buy from us. So remember all why people buy from us and nurture those why.
Great. Because when you ask that question to your people,
yeah,
you come up with your strong points.
Yes.
And these are the reasons why people buy from us, and you are saying that make those points very strong.
Yes.
That's a nice way of looking at it. I am sure a lot of audience would making note of it, and this is how we can nurture long-term relationship and pitch for prospects who will become our clients in a long term.
We have a proven record. We have a client since 25 years, 24 years, 23 years, 22 years. So every year we develop a client and we maintain those clients. And every year we start developing a prospect who will become our client in future.
Fantastic. So Manish bhai, you have been a network marketer and you've been in the networking organizations for a pretty long time,
yes.
Right? So what should be my approach when I become a member in a networking organization?
I'm a member of BNI since last 15-16 years.
15 years.
15 years.
That's a lot.
I have never been absent in my chapter. I show up on time. I meet people. I talk to all people. I try to help them out of the way. And that makes me more likable. So I believe in one thing: if people like you, people will refer you. If people don't like you, they will not even think of you. So you have to be in their like directory. So I'm in their like directory. So they like me, so they refer me. And it develops more trust, confidence, and they don't hesitate to refer me. Because they know one thing, that he's a absolutely disciplined person. So I know that he will show up every time, whatever the problem is. And we have proved that. Because it's a database says that we have a client since 25 years. It means they are happy since 25 years. And they have grown, we have also grown with them.
Absolutely. You said in 15 years you have no absence?
Not exactly in 15 years. I can say in last 10 years I have never been absent.
Really? I mean, that's an amazing kind of record.
In last 10 years, I keep meeting people. It motivates me to meet them again and again because I get referral and I work through referrals. So 98% of my business comes through referrals, BNI referrals.
Wow.
So I don't like to be absent because if I am absent, then I will reduce, then the ratio will reduce. And I don't want the ratio to be reduced.
Yes. So that's your biggest, probably the biggest platform for your business.
Yeah, it is biggest platform. BNI is my biggest client.
Wow. You very rightly said, people first buy you, then they buy your product.
Yes.
So if you said you are likable, so if they consider you as a likable, good, disciplined, knowledgeable person, then they are likely to refer clients to you and you are likely to get more businesses.
Yes. And that is happening. We are experiencing that every day.
So rather than focusing on getting clients, what you are saying is focus on building relationship, be a likable person,
yes.
Build relationship, and the clients will come up on their own.
So when I met Career Media CEO, he says that, Manish, how many inquiries you have? I said, I may be having 100 inquiries. And what is the closing? Maybe around 80. So he said to me, then you are not in market. Your ratio should be 10%. So your inquiries should be 1,000 and the closing should be accordingly. So I said, no, I'm working in a different way. So wherever I pitch, I know that this deal will close. So I'm having 100 inquiries and 80 will close. So that's a big difference between how we are doing it through network marketing and how people are doing with cold call marketing.
Yes, yes.
So there you have a 2% this conversion. Here we have 80% conversion.
Sure. When you go with referral, you have much high credibility.
Much high credibility, yes.
As opposed
and
to just
by doing
calls.
the way I'm doing in BNI, I earned a lot of credibility. People believe in me and they think that whatever I'm saying is right. So I know that if somebody feels that I'm saying something wrong, then I will not be liked by people. So I'm taking care that I should be liked by people.
Right. So that's the kind of message you are giving to the entrepreneurs who are in network marketing, that show up on time, don't be late, be likable person, talk to people, try and help them so that once
if you help today, they will come back to you tomorrow.
Yes.
So yes. It's give and take.
Wonderful. Great I think lot of takeaways on this. Before I wind this up, let me just again ask you a couple of questions. Just to know you, who is your favorite business leader?
Ratan Tata.
Ratan Tata. I think that's a favorite leader of most
Most
Indians.
of people, because he is doing all extraordinary things.
Perfect, perfect. If you are made CEO of Tata Group, let's say, then what is that one thing you will do for your people?
I have learned one thing from Tata, that they are keeping their people and they want their people to live in a Tata way. So they have their own way to live. I am setting my own way to live, that is Arihant way. I want to make my all people happy by going one step ahead with them, making them personal, believe them as a family, because in my company we have people since 25 years. So I don't treat them as employee, I treat them as a family. And there's a reason they all have become decision maker. They will not call me if something has happened. They will take decisions, they will do things in their own, and they will just let us know that the work is completed, because we want to maintain client. So the thought which I have in my mind, that I want to maintain client, it is transferred to them also. That I want to maintain. So I want everybody to live in an Arihant way.
I think one of the biggest challenge entrepreneurs are facing today is retention of people. And if you are saying that you have people working with you for more than 20 years, and you are empowering them to take decision and just not calling you for approval, but just calling you that this was a problem and this is what I have done.
Yes.
And this is more for information. That is a great culture that you have created in your company.
And there is a reason people are not leaving Arihant. When they come in Arihant, they don't leave Arihant. Because I know that they will not get this atmosphere anywhere else.
That's a big plus. Manish bhai, tell us about your favorite movie dialogue.
Movie dialogue is not favorite, but one movie, Kya Maste Kya Mattan, when you just start the movie, the dialogue comes, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर रजा करने से पहले खुदा तुझसे रजा मांगे. So this is like that time, this mind made set in my mind कि यही होना चाहिए.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a great dialogue. Kayamat se kayamat.
Kayamat se kayamat.
Okay, Manish bhai, it was really wonderful speaking with you.
Nice.
Let me leave you with. If you have just few words for our audience who are mainly leaders, business owners, especially in the SME segment, just leave your last words with them. What they can apply in their own business, especially when it comes to doing network marketing.
So, according to me, you are in whatever business you are. You have two segments. You have to maintain business. You have two segments. One, your clients. Second, your team. And both are equally important. So nurture your team in such a way that they all become decision maker to grow the company, and nurture your client in such a way that whenever they need you, you are there. They will not think of any other person. Both ways, again, it is one kind of network marketing, networking where you are developing relation with both the ends. And without one, the other is not complete. If you don't have a good team, there is no meaning of having good client. And if you don't have a good client, there is no meaning of having excellent team.
You are very right. These two are, I think, the strong pillars.
Strong pillar of any industry, any company, any business.
Take care of your clients. Take care of your employees. Your people. Because at the end of the day, your employees are going to deliver, and your clients are going to receive those services.
Right. And whatever you are today, your strong pillar is your team only. Because of the team you are running, and you are doing networking, you are creating client. So team is very important first, and clients are equally important.
Fantastic. Wow. Thank you so much for Manish bhai for being here with us and sharing your ideas, philosophy, thoughts, experience. Wonderful having you, and I'm sure people who are listening and who are watching this have been immensely benefited by your knowledge and thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
A top-rated podcast, Business Veda, is must listen for every business owner. So share this with someone who will find this podcast useful. Remember to follow the podcast and tune in next week for yet another business lesson from Malay Damnia.